Bitcoin is going to $500,000 or even more. But alongside of it is meme coins. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pod 5x5 here in Dubai. And man, it is a Monday and it's a great day to be in crypto. There's always something exciting happening. And speaking about exciting, you can see here, WowMao started to explode. And it is one of those tokens that, as you can see, it is a big part of my portfolio, but you know, it's like 67%. So obviously I'm going to burn that because there's no point. Eventually we'll just have a burning party or something like that. Once we get to 10 million market cap, if we get hold of this thing at 10 million market cap, like Orc and Waffles, we'll have a huge burning party and stuff like that. We'll set up a burning party and all that kind of good stuff for you all. So if you're supporting WowMao, right, we're going to have some fun with that and yeah, watch this meme coin rise. So a lot of people are joining the group in the Telegram group. And yeah, I'll get the Twitter going sometime today for sure. Yes. So it's going to be an interesting new crypto. Early has, had seen better days, right? Tried to retake its support level, but did not. And it's trying to do it again. There will be a video out later on my Instagram, right? And yes, supporting early. So if you're interested in early, there it is, right? Okay. Moving on, if you're interested to trade, we're going to do some trading at the end of the show. You can do so at bybit.davincij15.com. Links in the description below. Also, rns.davincij15.com allows you to gain access to some ID that will allow you to, have an account at certain exchanges where, hey, they don't allow you unless you have some ID, which is, I think that's a big mistake, but it is, our current system is a system of control. So they want to have you are identified so that they can control you. Okay, here is some news for today. We're going to be talking about quite a bit of news, and the most interesting one here is with the altcoins. Altcoin season will be weaker, move forward, says an analysis. Now, if we go on through here where it says altcoin season will be weaker each cycle from the great 2017 bubble. Willy Woo has opinioned in an October 26th post referencing the year where the boom of the initial coin offerings, ICOs, a way of raising capital for projects by selling cryptocurrency began. Willy Woo, are you aware that I would say 95% of the population is not into crypto? Are you aware of that? 95. Now, if that gets to, I don't know, 13, right? 13%, well, right now it's at 5. If that gets to 13%, right? 13%, just 13%. I'm not talking like 50%, 13. Do you really think that those people are not going to be like the rest of those people say, yeah, I missed Bitcoin. I think I'm going to create my own cryptocurrency, ICO. And then, other people are going to be like, yeah, I missed Bitcoin, so I'm going to jump onto that. You think that's not going to happen again? People repeat themselves in cycles. That's how it is. That's why we have cycles. So with that said, right, we are getting another cycle, right, with the cryptocurrencies that's going to be major. And I'm going to show you that on a chart as well, how major it's going to be. I'm going to show you this on a chart, and I'm going to tell you that I showed you this over and over again throughout the whole history of my videos. And then you're going to see, right? We're going to talk about that. Okay. New York Stock Exchange extended trading to 22 hours a day, opening at 1:30 a.m. and closing at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh almost like crypto, but not quite. Since crypto is like 24 hours a day, the New York Stock Exchange realized that they had to compete with the crypto industry. And so this is why they're doing this. This is why we're here. We're hearing this because they have to catch up with the crypto industry. And since they didn't want to jump in with full barrel 24 hours, they probably just wanted to edge it a little bit, see what they can do, see how much of effect it has, see if it gives them more value, see if they can extend it, and so forth. So they're dipping their toe into the 24-hour, 7 days a week deal of a stock exchange because they realize in order to compete with crypto, because crypto is 24/7, this is where, I was telling you how we're going to have another alt season. We're going to list altcoins or, have ICOs again. That's coming again because it's an easy way to raise money without going through the SEC BS, right? Try to understand that. And if you say, well, if you don't, you'll be going to jail. Okay. Well, not everybody is under the rule of thumb of the US government, okay? Try to understand that. And you, as an American, can buy other things outside of America. Now, your SEC can't go after everybody. That's how it works, right? And so once that train starts rolling, they'll get barreled over, the SEC, and that's it. They have to change the rules. So that's coming, and they know it. All right, moving on. Wow, so unbelievable. Bitcoin ranged between 10K and 100K for the longest time in existence. Okay, there's a little bit of a problem with that statement, right? Whilst it's true, it's not unbelievable because one, the range and the wealth that's needed to be in that range is much higher than the lower ranges, right? Well, much higher, right? So you need billions, right, for this area, whilst you need only millions for tens of millions for, between 1,000 and 10,000. So that's how it works. So we needed Michael Saylor to get it above 10,000 to 100,000, right? A lot of Michael Saylors, right? Then once we get more than just one Michael Saylor, then it gets between 100,000 and 1 million. Right? When we get a lot of Michael Saylors happening. And that's coming. It's coming to a theater near you. A threat actor returns 19.3 million to the US government wallets. Yeah. The guy who stole all this US government money, right, probably didn't realize it was from the US government. And then once he saw it on the news, he's like, oh, shoot. What am I going to do? They're going to come get me. So obviously he returned as much as he could because, after moving around a lot and trying to launder the money, he probably lost a lot of wealth in the exchanges. And so he lost $700,000 worth in exchanging. And so when he gave it back, it was like, oh, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. So you're screwed, dude. And even though he's probably he hasn't been identified yet, yeah, they're still going to come after you, dude. Good luck. You should have just kept it, right? And just, put it away or not used it, spent it, right? For 25 years? And then you would have been all right, right? But, most of you guys are just not that, most of these thieves are not that suave. They're willing to they want to take a bunch of money, steal a bunch of money, and then live the high life right away. Yeah. And that's how you get caught, right? So, because that's what they're looking for, right? It's the first thing they're looking for, right? So, and then, you're going to get drunk at some bar and talk about your nonsense, and that's it. You're screwed, right? And that's how it goes, right? I'm going to move on. Bitcoin ETF inflows pass 3 billion in October. Demand hits 6-month high. Yes. Now we're in the billions now, right? Wait until we're in the tens of billions, right? That's coming. Because there's unlimited money. When I say, okay, there's unlimited money, you know they could just print it, right? And wealthy people can print more. And so effectively, it's unlimited. So make sure you get a piece of that by buying some Bitcoin at bybit.davincij15, bybit.davincij15.com. Link is in the description below, okay? Because it's coming. Don't miss out. Traders eye 70K liquidity cluster as election week approaches. Okay, what do they mean by that? Well, I can show you. And you can find out more by typing in td.davincij15, trading for trading different. td.davincij15.com, right? Also, there's a link in the description below, and you can actually do that as well. So, and there it is. Ooh, a lot of liquidity up here. Not much in the 4 hour down here. So what is a price action to do? Well, I mean, most likely if we go to we're probably going to range for before we break higher. So don't expect, this looks like a range. This is a beautiful trade, right? I told you guys this one right here just last week, Friday, and then boom, it was, you took your trade. It was a short-term trade and boom, there it is. If you waited and thought you can get more, you got burned. So don't do that, right? When we're ranging now. So effectively, you don't try to take a big bet one way or the other on a range trade. So with that said, you look for short-term trades at the lower time frame. So let's go down to the 15 minute. All right, so we took out the liquidity up there and there's no more liquidity down here. So effectively, we may not range that much longer, actually. That's what this is saying. If we don't have any liquidity, right? Very little liquidity. We just zoom in. We have to zoom in to see if there's any more liquidity at the lower levels. It's a little bit now showing up just below here, but I don't know if it's enough for us to bother chasing after it when there's more liquidity up there above the 68. So effectively, right, the trade for today is an upwards trade. Yes, but not too far. Definitely. A little bit concerned with this divergence here, but we do see that we can have come back down to this level here. And let's see here if that's the case here. Yes, there it is. There's a little bit of cluster there. So let's go after that for a trade. Since we started using trading different, we've been like, 10 for 10, I think, at least. So let's do a 1%, 2 to 1, still inside the range, right? So it's going up to the liquidity levels. Let's see here, make sure we go into that liquidity level, 68, there it is, 68 something, 68 some odd. There's some liquidity up there. So yeah, you can say, you could probably hold it a little bit longer than that. So just, you gotta be careful. And yeah, and there you go. You can go up to the 68, 800-ish, probably a little bit further than that. Let's just see where else we can go to. Oof, we can probably take it all the way. No, the higher we go, the worse it looks. And we expand it out. So let's go down to the 5 minute and see how it looks. Yeah, 68, I would say, is where you want to go. 68.8. No more than that. Yeah, no more. 68.8. There it is. And let's see how that plays out in the next little while, right? For today. Looking at Ethereum, there is a little bit of liquidity down here with this V bottom, but I think the V bottom has indicated we are done here. Yeah, we are done here with the V bottom and a W-ish action here. We're pretty much done here. And we're at the resistance. We might have to retest the lower levels before we actually go higher. So let's go for a retest. Retest in this candle body right there. Go for a 2%, which takes us right into the edge there, and then 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Boom. And there we go. We're still in the range, still nicely placed, right? And we can end up, going a little bit higher than that. Let's take a look at the liquidity at the 15-minute. Yeah, we could end up right at supposedly at the 25.78, which is exactly pretty much where we are at anyways. I mean, we can go a little bit higher, right? So there it is, right, to 2,600 or something like that before we run out of steam. And there it is. That's your trade for today. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, right? And people who got advantage to take this trade earlier, the people in my private group, I thank you guys all for being a part of the private group. Hope you take advantage of these trades, right? And I know I will, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.